team at the Adair County Memorial Hospital worked swiftly to assist the injured while also assuring safety of their facility as it also sustained tornado damage. Due to the hospital damage, patients were needing to be transported for their injuries to nearby area hospitals. Additionally, the Greenfield Community District coordinated the effort with reunification point at the local high school. This location will also serve as a temporary shelter for Greenfield residents. Sadly, we can confirm that there have been fatalities with this tornado. Also, injuries have been sustained by residents here in the Greenfield area. We are still working to assess and update the information as it becomes available. A mandatory curfew has been put in effect for this evening from 10 p.m. tonight until 7 a.m. tomorrow. We do anticipate that curfew lasting for some time. Law enforcement officials are checking identification at entry points just outside of the Greenfield area. The only residents at this time that will be allowed into the city of Greenfield will be residents that have Greenfield addresses on their license. A food and water drop-off location has been set up. That location will be at the DOT, the Iowa Department of Transportation shop, the facility just east of Greenfield. That address is 2313 Highway 92. Again, that's just east of Greenfield. Tomorrow, we do anticipate releasing a few more details as far as cleanup and volunteer efforts. If there are any family members or friends that are unable to reach any loved ones, we do encourage people to reach out to our Iowa Department of Public Safety Storm Lake State Radio Communications Center. That phone number is 712-732-1341. And that information will be relayed so that we can go out and do some additional searches if we need be. The Greenfield community has shown incredible unity during this challenging time, with neighbors and friends displaying remarkable compassion, empathy, and support. The Greenfield community has a long road ahead of them, but if their actions today are any indication of what lies ahead, they will emerge stronger and more united than ever. We do appreciate you guys coming. Does anybody have a few additional questions that I could help out with?
How many fatalities?
We're still counting at this time. We're still working on our search efforts. We do anticipate probably sometime tomorrow releasing that. We just make sure we want to have a clear and accurate number.
We've heard that there are some that are unaccounted for right now. Can you tell us that?
We do believe we have everybody accounted for, but we just want to make sure that with our search efforts, obviously this tornado has devastated a good portion of this town and community. And with that much damage, we want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and making sure that we do cover that area extensively. And so we have done numerous searches already, but we want to make sure that we search it even better.
So are you able to give kind of a brief recap of kind of information you're shared here?
Yeah, we'll be putting out a press release that you can have the exact same information that I shared on our Iowa Department of Public Safety press release. So I'll be sharing that here just a little bit.
You believe it's multiple fatalities then?
We do have confirmed fatalities. Yes, we do. Yep.
Any idea how many hospitalized?
At least a dozen were transported, potentially more injuries. We're still assessing all that information so that way we can have an accurate account with our EMS officials. If you can only imagine with a storm like this and the devastation, there are many people that come forward and work to try to get just some type of help. And so we want to make sure that we've accounted for every individual that was maybe needed some type of treatment with this storm.
Are you able to confirm how many patients were at the Greenfield Hospital and needed to be transported as well?
Yeah, that I don't have that information. So.
Tell us a little bit more about how the curfew works tonight. Are you clearing out the streets or just not letting anybody else in or out?
Yeah, the curfew works. Again, nobody will be allowed inside the secured perimeter at all. And then inside the perimeter, there's also a curfew in the town. So there will be law enforcement within the town itself all night long. But we do put a curfew within the inbounds of the perimeter. And so any of those folks that are in here after 10 p.m. Will be told to go to a shelter or go to a safe place.
Sorry if you said this, but were any of the patients injured as well? Any of the patients in the
That I don't know. Nope, I don't have that information.
Was there a retirement center that was hit as well?
I think so, but I don't have any information on if there was any injuries or anything out of the retirement center.
I saw
All right.
multiple counties of like this transports and everything like that. Do you know how many Iowa counties came into here to help out?
You know what's neat about, we live here in Iowa, and we're going to make sure that we help out our neighbors. And so when a devastation like this comes, people from many communities will emerge on a community like this and just offer their assistance. And that's what we saw today. Is there were county sheriffs, county deputies, city officers, firemen, EMS personnel, hospital personnel that came from all over the nearby surrounding counties and cities to help. And they're here for one mission, and that is to help one another. And that's what we're going to continue to do here in Iowa.
Any word from the Red Cross or FEMA at this point?
You know, all of those things are still getting figured out. We're in the very much the infancy stages of this town's cleanup, and we're going to make sure that we offer our assistance. And I can tell you that many other organizations are going to continue offering their assistance, and those will be talks that we're going to continue to have as the days go on. And we should be releasing a little bit more information tomorrow as far as volunteer efforts, cleanup efforts, and so forth. We'll be talking with the city community and also releasing that information. You know, right now we're just, as far as our law enforcement needs, we're looking at just making sure that we have everybody accounted for, and that we don't have anybody missing. And with the community, what they need for tonight is they need a safe place for shelter, and they need some food, and that stuff is being offered to them, and that's going to be offered to the community. And in the coming days, we're going to get this community back on its feet and everybody working together. Yep, my name is Sergeant Alex Dinkla, and I'm the Iowa State Patrol's Public Information Officer. All right.